Hello. 1 second, guys. I am doing something real quick. Okay, there we go. We have finished that, and we shall. Oh, I forgot to switch the scene. There we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another stream of Danganronpa. I hope you guys are ready for today's trial, because today is going to be a pretty sad day for us. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie. Let's just get right into it. Hope nothing
now
happens.
Then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monomi? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Monomi's getting serious.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Jeez.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Order.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
Why would you feel bad for her?
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monomi. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
Like
If he
you
was
don't
killed
know.
for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Yeah, why would Soda's too stupid to be the traitor?
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is right here. Or is here, right? Are they the same person? Or are they different people? Maybe we'll know, maybe we won't know. I'm not sure what we are looking for here, so I guess we'll go with torture rooms.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So
Who
that's
just-
why he was so beat up. What were
Um,
they trying to find out by torturing him?
let's see if I can pronounce this right.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Jacqueline Cruz, thank you for
If
the
so,
follow.
The suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence.
Pog, yes, Pog.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. I'm sad that Chloe isn't here. I am very sad that Chloe didn't or decided to not show up. Or is she just sleeping right now? Oh. 1 second. Why did Chloe? No, there are wounds on body that caused, or Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place. What do I need to?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
I'm trying to remember
So
what we need to
that's
do
why
for
he was
this.
so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Not the bomb's hiding place.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko.
Okay, I need to look at these to see what they're. So the torture wounds is one thing, which I don't think is what we're looking for. Monokuma plushie. What's Monokuma's account? What was his account? Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, he appeared never. Is it that? I'm gonna have to look this up. I cannot remember this correctly. I am a cheater. What is it? Danganronpa V2 Case 5. Case 5. Alright, come on. Show me what I'm looking for. Oh, that's right. It's one of those things. Where he gets... I hate that. I hate when that happens. Okay, class trials, Danganronpa, blah blah blah. Number... I didn't even hit number 2. Oh. Okay, why am I am struggling. Chapter 5. Is this chapter 5? This isn't chapter 5. What the flip? Why is it showing chapter 1 when I clicked on chapter 5? This is so ungodly. Okay, just chapter 5. Sub-debate. Okay. I have found it because I am dumb.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, so now I know. Now I know what we're looking
didn't take
for.
Nagito's I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured Nagi.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I am just completely dumb. I don't know why I couldn't think that for myself.
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
That is true.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
And then what did you say?
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Did you really realize it, Soda?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
This is stupid. Oh. Torture wounds, burn rope. Would it be? I think it's burned rope if I remember correctly. Or is it?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
Oh. Whew. Okay, we did it.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
That that's true.
Pay attention. This is how. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Oh, it's not that one? Doof.
Pay attention. This is how. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him,
There
Allow
we
me
go.
to cut
Okay.
through those words.
I was just hitting the wrong one.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape
Okay.
before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something? Sometimes I feel like Soda's brain is just not fully developed.
You were with us when
Even
I
though
peeled the
he's
duct
the-
tape off Nagito's mouth, right?
Even though he's the ultimate mechanic, he's just so stupid.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
Yeah, they did.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Don't we all have a deep grudge against Nagito? Except for Chloe.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard.
One crafty bastard.
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Hmm? The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Of course it was.
Can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
High intellect.
Alrighty then.
Don't think
Let's
that's
think
true.
about this based on what Miss
Well,
Sonia
maybe.
thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear up that first. It's obvious what caused the fire. It was right in front of our freaking face. It was the plushie, or not the plushie, it's the panels.
Direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
I don't know if it's that one that we
used
need to
some
hit.
kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter,
Oh,
it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they
Why
tipped
are you
over
so
the lighter
excited
in
about
some
that?
way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
no, Kane, they
There
didn't.
should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Oh, what the? Why am I trying to hit sound waves?
The direct cause of the oil lighter found at
The killer
just so
used
dumb.
something lit the curtain on fire.
I just like, I heard tip and wanted that
Probably
one.
just based on the shape of it can stand up
If they tipped over the, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
There we
I
go.
agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
Glorious
No, not
Japan.
wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect.
Domino.
You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
means stuff I still play with, probably.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Oh, they used the MP3 player to like drown out the sound of the Monokuma stuff falling down.
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
What the hell?
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
I'll probably figure out. You don't really have to worry about that.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If the door was the only entrance to the warehouse, I see. The problem Chuck is talking about. The killer couldn't have left.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Yeah, all 6 of us.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Yeah, that is true. Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, the murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse? There's only one person who could have done that. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yes.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Maybe he was also the murderer. Maybe he killed himself.
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim, and he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Probably.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
I don't think it's impossible for him to do that.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it. But I feel like I'm overlooking something. Are we overlooking something? Probably the burn rope, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
It'd be
Or
so
if you use your
flexible.
front tail?
Dirty joke!
What?
Is that a dirty joke?
What? Alright, I think I know which one we have to hit.
To actually tie up your own arm.
No, that's wrong.
It's the very first one.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Okay, I understand.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that it's burnt rope on his right arm is his trap, is his right sleeve.
I see! Take a close look
Doing
at his
this.
right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural.
Very unnatural.
That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Why, Akane?
Akane,
Why?
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What does that even... What?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Oh.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
What if you, like, throw it up and it flips around and then stabs it?
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself, in your hand, or in your right hand, using only your right hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. Ooh. There's always an answer for it. And it's, probably the plushie.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Maybe.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
There we go.
I agree with that.
We're just so smart. Look how smart we are, guys.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
Yeah, that's true.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand,
hell
he
kind
no
of
longer
doll
needed
is
the
that?
plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear,
Yeah.
right? If you think about
Got a
the
problem with
order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Yeah, it's not time to
Like she
fantasize
said.
like that.
In that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
I can never believe that either.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
I don't think it does.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Jeez, Monomi, you're getting feisty.
Monomi sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Is it really? Is it really? Soda?
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
That is true. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it
this
together.
Good, Chiaki.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
Everyone, working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Even now.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, Hajime, you show them what a reserve student can do. Blood on left hand.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Does it really?
No,
Can it?
that's wrong.
Jeez, so you're so dumb.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
That's true.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Nagato's left hand was probably gripping it.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Why would you...
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was... the cord.
I see.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Human fist.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Maybe.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Yes, I want some tea, Sonia. Give
At a
me
time like
delicious
this.
tea.
How about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
It is.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbing through his stomach. So if that's just, or if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear? And the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment? If I put those all together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Show me. Logic dive. I hate logic dive. Oh. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, we stay on this side now. And then we jump. This one. I still can't believe Chloe's decided to not just come in. Oh god damn it. These things are... Please. How am I supposed to dodge these if you just keep putting them in front of me? Like, I have to stay on this side because of... Oh god, no! Why? Why did they put... Okay, probably here. Still can't believe Chloe doesn't want to come and watch you kill Nagito. Makes me sad. Oh god. Okay, we get. Oh, you're trying to trick me here. Oh my god. Okay. Ah! Oh, I thought it was... Okay, question 3. Oh. Oh, I'm just retarded. That's what it comes down to. I'm just dumb. One second.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Of course it is.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
ESP.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him.
Okay.
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
1 second.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this,
Oh my god.
there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was.
How strange it was.
Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not gonna even realize Nagito isn't that cool. He just offered. You know, true.
Not just
True.
that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
What am I thinking?
Which means Nagito wounded himself while
There
he
we
was
go.
gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
Yeah.
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Jeez, Cody, why are you showing these images to
He
her?
was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
Oh.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
That's our Nagito. Jeez. And I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely understand his capacity of malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatened us even after he died. That's the form. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it till now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
Yeah, probably.
He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
Probably.
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then
never
it's
that
okay?
easy.
It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Of course, Hajime.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
That's true.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
Who the traitor is?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
We're never finished, Soda. Something... Okay, what could it be? Is it his death?
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, he never told us how he died. That's right.
Huh? There is something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
It doesn't tell us how he died. Like every other one showed how impactful it was, or how they died. Like what was the killing blow. The suspicious part of Monokuma file that Jockey is worried about is, what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Handmaid's Gambit? Alright, so I think it's... We need to see... How fair is that? Like, why? Oh my god, if I can... Worse. Oh my, okay. Jeez, it's so hard to do.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
No, is there, okay, yeah, it's okay. We don't have to worry about that. We already seen that. We already know what happened.
Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Huh.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
Here he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Yes.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice.
Pretty much.
I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
I don't think it passes for friendship.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This
Always.
is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all hopes are united, no spirit can shake you? Huh. Now think about it. Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said that he was yearning for that. Then, the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. I think this is halfway through the trial. Oh, it is. Oh god. Oh god. We're getting...
No, no!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it, rationally, there's no way, it's gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monomi? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monomi are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snapped at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy, tiny 1mm bit. Just as long as my peener. How sad. Disgusting, or distrusting your friends is so much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder when you're watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. Huh, you fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Or I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Oh no, I don't want to take the man bait. I'm not allowed to take man bait. I'm a guy.
I'm Monomi. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Thank God.
Anyway,
Oh,
my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
Are you sure Monokuma's a guy and not a girl?
That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Yes.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
That might be. Who knows?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we'll need to find it no matter what. We do know what it is. It's the poison. We found poison in Nagito's freaking fridge.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
Right.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with
Ooh,
that.
I barely threaded the needle through that.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Aha.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Poison.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
Of course
What
he
does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
That's true.
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
It's a little masochistic right there.
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
What the hell are you talking
You're
about?
totally overvaluing that tail.
Why would it be hard to
His
begin
mouth
with?
was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. This is why you write things down, Nagito. Oh god, that scared me. I was not paying attention. Probably has a gas. That's like the only way. Yo, we did it. Ah! Oh jeez, please. Oh no! No! Oh, why? Oh my god. I'm actually just gonna die right here. Okay, we're taking this kind of... And then I even when I took it slow. Why am I so bad at this? It's not like even I'm accelerating that fast. It's like... Oh, I have to hurry anyways. I don't even remember like struggling on this when I last did it. There's those. Oh, that was the last one? I thought there was more to this.
It's all coming together.
Oh.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label. Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Yeah.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poison toxin gas should be explained easily. The sprinklers.
I see. The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Because it got diluted.
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
It's heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is...
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Hydrolysis! I can't even say
The chemical
that.
bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
Was poisoning?
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Wait.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive was still unclear. Did he commit suicide just to kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Oh, hello. Hello, Yoshicast. How you doing? Nagito's malice. Is that really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
That's good to hear. Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
It's true. If Nagito really brought poison in the warehouse, then the thing would have been left behind is the container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, how else would he take it?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
The container probably melted in the fire.
Not
It's
plastic.
probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
That's true.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right.
Right?
That's it.
Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
But I am. Cody might be excited for an unexpected twist. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. But why? I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
yeah, it's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us.
Probably.
He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Always. Putting me in despair every single day of my
The power of friendship
life.
bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
That's what you think.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
what was this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Connie said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was the fire grenade. Is this? I hate Hitman's Gambit so much. Oh. Is that right? Why can I? Oh, I probably. I need an N. Oh my, if I... Yeah, I know, Akane being useful is kind of...
Got it!
Yeah, version 3 of Hangman is way better. I just...
See, I got it!
It's just so... It's just so... boggled and everything, I don't know.
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
What? He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone.
Which means one of us killed him.
Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse. It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
What did he say?
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
Oh god, I don't know why.
When
My
I
wrist
first
hurts.
discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but... the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
So this word contains a clue to which we need to use this.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. He also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
But that's not true now.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same.
You guys aren't thinking
Nagito
this
committed
through.
suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
Oh no.
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought into the same moment Nagito breathed the point were the same. Could it be the moment when we threw the
I
grenades?
see.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Oh no.
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
Oh boy.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? But you said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Just before we had all the answers, Soda.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the fire grenade was Nagito himself.
I see.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
It was Nagito.
I see.
Everything is Nagito's fault.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
The reason Nagito so then someone would throw the poison.
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
I never knew fire grenades existed until I played this game.
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
Man, Nagito, you really
This
fucked us
wasn't
this
an
time.
intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
We're all gonna die.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
Indeed.
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
Yes, Fukio, he is.
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
Damn.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces.
Of
For
course.
those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick.
Damn.
Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
Why would Nagito do this to us?
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
You know, it matches his personality.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
That is true.
I
Very
know
true.
you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so chill. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
Soda.
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Well, if Nagito's lucky as he thinks he is, whoever threw the poison has to be the traitor.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Why do I have to do it? Why can't you guys do it? That's right. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Closing argument. This goes right here. Nope. 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 Let's see. Nope, he doesn't have that on yet. So this probably goes right here. Oh, it doesn't. Fireworks, yeah. Which makes it drop like that. So does that mean... Tape. He puts the tape on right here. Huh. Not where I thought he would put the tape on. So we don't need to worry about that. This is probably where he does that. And then if we go all the way over here, right there, and then this goes right there, and then we have to go all the way back to right here. Oh, am I that dumb? Okay, I am that dumb. And then... Not that, it has to be this. Last stock. And then... Okay. Which has to be this.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Whoa, we can learn. Oh, my freaking wrist.
The
My wrist has
person
been
who
hurting
actually
today.
arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda.
Komaeda.
He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion.
Very insane.
First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear.
Interesting, okay.
But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream...
Oh.
He stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
Yikes.
This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Or can we?
In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
Damn. I like that.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
That he was gonna pull the
I
weed
want
out.
you to try to remember what that is.
He was gonna weed out the traitor. Oh.
I
Talent.
see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Damn, he was pretty lucky. More lucky than than Negi, than Makoto. He's more lucky than Makoto. That's what I was thinking of.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Oh yeah, he played Russian roulette with 5 bullets. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building hotel. He depended on his luck and he was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. Oh yeah, that's right, he was going to try to kill someone.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
No, it does.
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
It does. Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
Yep, pretty much.
Risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
No, I don't even have to ask. It's a traitor.
I see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message...
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believe in what Nagito said, we wouldn't reach the answer, or we would have reached the answer much quicker. Then the reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Monomi, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
Alright, 1 second guys, I am going to take a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Let me just get back to my desk and we'll continue on. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's continue on. He relied on his luck to aim for the target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable, but to have actually happened. But
The only thing we can do is believe.
yeah,
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
did I go?
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
Chucky?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right.
Oh God.
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This is nonsense. Or this nonsense is why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
Cody's about to cry.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
Okay.
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity.
We do.
So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
Yeah, why do I have to be the one?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but...
I
As
feel
I
like
expected, that's rather difficult.
every main character is more traumatized than everyone else that survives
That's why
in these games.
the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monomi?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monomi and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here is the only way. It's the only way we can do it.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all
Why am I
get
missing
along.
all of these?
I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you.
We're just gonna have to go fever.
Burst open and mix.
Because apparently I cannot do it. Right.
I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you.
Oh,
Let's all get along.
we're just going back into fever.
Mix. I can't lose. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end!
It's Monomi's notebook. It was showed in there. Dang, I have a sliver of health too left.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
So sudden.
Give me that notebook!
Day one, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up, and things turned bad. Day two, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happen today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monomi's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth is might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I want to turn my eyes away from the truth it contained. But now, I clearly know. I can't help but to know.
First of all, this isn't Monomi's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monomi. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monomi?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monomi?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry was the final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes in him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that
Was Chiaki.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Oh yeah, because she put her handbook up there.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake!
I don't think it is.
Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but
then nobody will be saved.
oh, there's still more to... I didn't think there would be more to this. Okay, what do I have to do here? What do I have to do? We're gonna keep on like this until I figure this out. Alright, I think I figured it out.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known. If that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it.
Oh, I hit it.
That's not
I
it.
just barely hit it.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monomi was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Oh, you've been...
Chiaki heard about it from Monomi. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monomi.
I did not want to hear that!
Oh, boy.
Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor! Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too.
Oh, I did this so wrong.
After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Okay.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
How am I...
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
So do I just have to skip one on this?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Okay. I'm just a little bit dumb.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monomi.
There was someone other than me and Monomi who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Crap!
That was the
There
wrong
was someone
one.
other than me and Monomi who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
There we go.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Oh, that's right, because of his...
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
Yeah.
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it! We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone.
Yeah, pretty much. This is sad times.
You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monomi, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Because Nagito's a bastard. Which one did I mess up horribly on? At 10, and 12, and 11. Don't care about these. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I could agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
We don't want to do this, but we have to. Trial end. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito's killer is Chiaki.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was the traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. It is going to be game over for her, Cody. Everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of an organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it. Even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe it, right?
I'm sorry.
I could have been better, or it would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. Cause I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well?
Even if I want to fly, or even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret, or sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like, if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were the traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friends, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So, the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it was all according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, Isn't it strange? Strange.
So,
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chucky hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, you have successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all the... to form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay? What?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably would have been taking things too far. Or wouldn't have taken things too far.
Chucky.
You really are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps.
Maybe our dad. And our big brother. Don't you think?
Hey, come
Hey.
on now.
Don't you go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru.
I can't lose.
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win,
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Huh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, die? Like, die?
No, no.
I'm not dead. Whoa, a new one fucking came out.
Phew.
Oh man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have to, or have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's...
Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say. I'm sorry. I lose. Forgive me.
They did it again.
Hey.
Not yet. Seriously, stop. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course I'm not doing it, I'm doing it so you will all be destroyed. I will be the one who, to protect my
I
students.
won't let you.
I will protect them with my life. But Monomi, you...
Hey.
Now then, how many of you are there still there? You might as well all, come out all at once.
Ooh,
How many?
exciting.
Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power or 60 power. Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion? Jump ahead, and then that's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey.
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? Why did I just skip that?
That's
That was
wrong.
What? Those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They were just plushies.
Damn it!
You're bluffing. Monomi, finish him off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. Not even magic. Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on, if you're bringing up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. unless you mean magic and technology sense, we don't understand this at all.
Hey.
What's going on? Don't tell me they're gonna call this a magic or something.
Hmm.
Well, I don't care how you interpreted it.
In the end, even if Monomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monomis are left to challenge my army? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose.
I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monomi.
Huh?
Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone, and leave the rest to them. But
Right?
Damn it.
damn it, what the hell's going on? I don't know for certain, but the only thing I can say is
Please listen.
Monokuma is the enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is bad.
We're in a situation because we're caught up in a dispute between those two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Just leave the that talk for later. Because
Yahoo!
the punishment time's gonna start. Hold on. Just a little more. Just a little more time.
Shing!
To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you'd know right. There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
For Monomi too.
Huh?
Huh? Why even Monomi?
Hmm.
Just say 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing any time I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that would defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
And also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'll just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys,
You guys.
I'm sorry about
Oh.
so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye,
It is.
everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Sad days. You too, Monomi. Oh, alien division. I like how the tank just like hovers over everything. Ultimate guaranteed execution. Now there's a huge Pac-Man chasing after them. Oh. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she even been would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurts.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly regularly took on the role of pointman during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew!
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean?
Hmm.
Now that annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
If it kind of ruins what like goes on ahead, I wouldn't say it because I don't really want people to get ruined. You know, fair enough. Are you saying we can really leave this island?
I shall now present.
Yep, congratulations. With this, I shall announce the end of this killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up to now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you all for your hard work. Are you really okay with that?
Hmm?
What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would have you would be setting things up so another killing might happens right away. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's just think about it. There's at least one other person in here, and he doesn't know anything beyond what we're at right now. You're right. Stop it. What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said 5, like you're empathizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left.
You.
Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy, and an enemy of the Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
no.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourself just how messed up the new world is.
Hey.
Huh, a new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of it as the remaining days until the countdown reaches 0, as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to its fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on it. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. Just keep praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I saw something I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose? Can we really end this and turn our backs on all of that? And not just that. If we're really leaving them, where are we going? To Hope Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. "55 minutes left. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it's about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with somewhat happier feelings than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly, my blood shouldered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear that I've been abandoned in this world, completely, utterly alone, with nobody left on this island. Soda, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia? Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of my college despite to escape that fear. I rushed out of the college despite to escape that fear. I rushed out of the college despite to escape that fear. Oh. When I left the college, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus, what about it?
Well?
Apparently, there was more to that message inside that laptop, huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until today, or so had passed. Apparently, it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Well, why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where's it right now? We're just planning to meet up at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Oh, sweet. Alright. I think this is anywhere good to save. And in today's stream, thank you very much for everyone that came out today. Thank you for the new followers and all that great stuff. Look forward to tomorrow. Look forward to tomorrow where we continue through the final chapter of Danganronpa V2. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it today. I enjoyed it today. But as always, this is Rollout Dino. See you in the next stream.